I think facing your fear it's a daily practice. I mean, I like baseball. It's like in baseball you learn it's a short hop ground ball. You have to get your body in front of it and knock it down. And I think it's a practice that happens every day, and you eventually get better at learning how to move through those moments that awaken you, to move through those moments that seem troubling at first. There's a quote that I love. I think it's by Osho. He said, "Don't seek freedom from life, seek freedom for life." It's a change of perspective. If you're always looking back over your shoulder, wondering what's wrong, talking about what you're afraid of, talking about who's pissing you off, then you perpetuate all those things. But if you change the conversation and talk about what's going well, how you're going to move through things, who you love, what's beautiful, then you change your perspective on fear. I mean, fear. We go to far greater lengths to avoid what we fear than to do what we love. That's a quote. I didn't make that up. But it's very common, I think, that we succumb to our fear. There's so much fear. There's so many kinds of fear. There's scientific names. There's fear of beards, paganophobia. Fear of spiders, everyone knows, arachnophobia. I saw there was fear of in-laws. There's a million kinds of fears. Everybody's afraid of something, and the acronym for fear is forget everything and run. And I think we're always on the run. We're always being chased by our doubts, by our fears. And just to take a moment to stop. If we could take a moment to stop, we would recognize that we're more powerful than our fear. We can rise up against our fear. But if you're always on the run, that's just a never-ending cycle. I think fear plays an important role, but it gets out of control, and the media obviously feeds our fears. And so we hear so much about mindfulness, and the biggest thing about mindfulness is that you have the power to extract your attention from something that's not serving you. But if you don't have a mindfulness practice, then we're always paying attention to that which makes us afraid. The news, the magazines, the TV, conversations we have at work, everything feeds our fears. So until we break that cycle and learn how to shift our attention to that which makes us feel more love, we're going to feel more fear.
Fear is the biggest deterrent in anybody's life, on any level. A lot of people don't become who they were meant to be out of fear. If I was afraid of being a black gay male out of fear and stepping out in society and being who the universe meant for me to be and not accomplish what I need to accomplish, it's out of fear. And fear comes from all different directions. Sometimes it's instilled in how you were raised. Sometimes it comes from experiences that you have that, you say, oh, I'll never do that again. Stuff like that.